Local unit.
Roger that. We're up, Leathernecks.
Hello, it's TruthSOSeeker here. I'm back with a video for you guys. This is going to be actually a post-commentary. I wasn't recording my audio at the time. I was kind of just playing to play and didn't really feel like commentating over my game, so I was just playing and I came across this one game. This guy was playing Shipmaster and put a lot of pressure on me early on, but one thing I had going for me in this game is that this map is the sentry map. And, at least in my opinion, I feel like this is probably the best map to play defensively on. And I can tell it really helped out in this game, as you'll see. But it actually came, if I remember right, it came pretty close to the wire. But we'll see that whenever it comes. Okay, so I didn't grab my mini right next to my base because I wanted to try and grab this double mini base here. And my idea is that I'm planning on taking the expo relatively early, right? So I figure if he scouts out that I took that double mini, maybe that'll draw his forces over to that side to give me more time to build on my base. That's kind of what I was thinking at the time, and ideally if I can throw some Marines in the garrisons, then it's just going to make him have to send a whole bunch of stuff up to come and kill it. Anyway, that's the plan. So right now, I'm still just spreading out, getting supplies. I'm going to scout pretty soon. He did something really interesting, too. And I think I notice it whenever I go to scout here. But I noticed that he actually got the upgrade for the grunts to make it so that he's invisible. And you can if you looked, you could actually see for a split second that he's actually capping that node. I didn't realize it in the game. But yeah, he's actually taking 3 of the nodes right now, maybe even 4 of them. I don't know if he took the one on the bridge or not. But he took the nodes using the cloak ability of the grunts. And I'm not sure how good that is, honestly. I know people do it. I personally think it'd make a lot more sense in 2s and 3s, but in solos, I'm not so sure. But anyway, he was able to do that. Maybe on this map it's not so bad because he got 3 of them, maybe 4 if he got the one on the bridge. But I already messed up a little bit here. Well, I say messed up, but I wanted ideally to have 2 Marines in those garrisons in front of this mini base, but now that he's in the one, I realize, okay, now I really got to get a Marine in, at least in the other one, because if I don't, then if he just throws another grunt in, he basically doesn't have to contribute anymore and that base will eventually fall. Unless I want to devote a bunch of resources to trying to hold it, which I don't. I want it to be a distraction, not to have it as a liability. But yeah, I queued up Forchog. Something I'd been noticing in a lot of past games is that I wasn't sufficiently defending my expo. So I wanted, that's why, at least in this game, I wanted to at least scout. I wanted to at least have Forchog coming. And now I'll have Marines to help reinforce. I queued up that second Marine because I noticed 2 things. One, the 2 piles of supply by that double mini base haven't been picked up yet. And 2, I could stick that Marine in after I'm done with it. That's kind of the idea I was having.
Need eyes on something, Skipper?
I end up actually just sending the Jackrabbit to get the one pile, but I think I have the Marine go to get the other pile. Yeah, okay, I sent him up there to get the other one. So he does scout it at this point, so he knows I have my expo going up. From what I scouted, I didn't see anything rushy, at least in terms of like jetpack brutes or hero. I could still go grunts or mass ghosts. I am aware of that. It's kind of why I'm doing a mix of Marines and Jackrabbits. And yeah, I'm just kind of waiting right now. Waiting for my resources to pile up. I should be queuing a pad on that expansion base right now. Okay, I queued a gen. Okay, that's why I was saving up. I was going for a gen. That's the second gen, so I guess. I'm just trying to think about what happened in the game, to see if there's anything I could have done differently here. I guess that was fine.
Generator constructed.
Right, so I sent my Forge Hog to clear out the Sentinels by the power node down there, and my Jackrabbits to go up and harass the Mini. Because in my mind, I want everybody to be doing something in the army. At least this will allow that to happen. Now, I see he has a ball of grunts. I'm not too worried about it at the time. But I see this Ranger, and I'm like, okay, he's on Tech 2, he's making Rangers, infantry. He might be making Hunters, too. And since he's on Tech 2, and I'm not even close to Tech 2, that was a little concerning to me. I was thinking about even throwing up a barracks there.
Local units.
Yeah, I see he's trying to come up here. Whenever that happened in the game, I actually thought my shrapnel mine killed all the grunts, but they actually just cloaked. But at the time I was like, whoa! My god. Okay, I got Tech 1 coming up on the space to at least give it a little bit of health now. I'm going to have Tech 2 queued here in a second. Well, I could have queued it a few seconds ago now. Yeah, so this was a mistake here. I should have queued up Tech 2. It's probably like a 30-second delay.
Do or die time. Oscar Mike.
Tower constructed.
Rabbit ready and raring to go. On it.
Yeah, having Tech 2 up would have really helped here. I kept Forge Hog in and let him kind of just soak the damage. I knew he'd get really hurt, but I didn't think he was going to die. So that's why I was okay setting him basically in the line of fire of the Hunters. And now watch this Forge Hog. Look how low this Forge Hog gets on health. Like, it's low now, but it actually gets even lower. So, yeah, he sees a lot. Okay, I finally queue up Tech 2, but that's really... Okay, that was a mistake by me. Like, I didn't think I was that delayed on it. Yeah, he finally dies there. I have to queue him up again. But my plan is, because he's going Rangers, Grunts, and Hunters. And honestly, if I can get Hornets coming out, then that's going to be really helpful. I want to drop a Scatter Bomb, but I don't see the point. But yeah, here I do something I don't normally do. And I got the Pelican for the Kodiak drop. And main reason for that is just... I typically find that the Kodiak drop is only really useful when a very specific set of circumstances are met. Like, first of all, they have to be going almost entirely ground forces. Second of all, it has to be slow ground forces, right? And third, I have to be usually on defense. Ironically, all those conditions are kind of met here, so it worked out. But yeah, they're putting in a lot of work, and honestly, I probably would have lost the game if it wasn't for these Kodiaks. Yeah, that Pelican, that dropship's honestly was annoying. I'm trying to have the Kodiaks aim at the Locust as well, because it's going to be doing most of the damage here. Everything else he has isn't going to really do that much. Also, look at the range of these Kodiaks. Jeez. Firing really far away. And I'm mostly just trying to keep the Forge for a line of sight on the enemy hogs, or enemy troops and whatnot. I don't really care about the damage he's actually doing so much, although it is nice. And the same thing with the Flamers. I'm mostly wanting the Flamers just to be there to give line of sight. Got a good bit of money stacked up too. It might have been even worth going for a third air pad.
All units.
We got hostiles.
All units.
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Do I go for an air pad? Yeah, I do go for a third air pad. Some I have noticed is I was spending a lot of time microing and not a lot of time keeping production going. Like, I have 3,000 supply right now.
All units.
I'm thinking, because I had Q-Tech 3, I'm thinking I was saving it up because I was thinking about going into vultures, and I wanted to be able to just constantly be triple pumping vultures. I think that's why I'm stacking up so much money right now.
Leader power ready. Air pad constructed.
Also, I want to have money for the
All units.
Pelican, for the Kodiak drop.
We're up, Leonard X.
We are good.
You see how much this one grunt has forced me to have to commit. I had to give 1 unit for detect, I had to give Hornets to actually kill it, and then I had to have an infantry unit just to cap, so... It's kind of annoying.
Base is under attack.
But it got the job done. And I have a second Pelican, or second Kodiak drop in. This is why I put it away from the other one, because in case he were to transport up on it, I wanted to be able to deal with that. And noticing how much money I had, I think I got the Grizzly Battalion, I think. Oh yeah, I also threw up a siege turret on my base, because I noticed how well those Kodiaks were doing, so I threw up a siege turret as well.
Moving into position.
Right, so I actually have 4 air pads up here. You can even see I built that other one.
Local units.
And yeah, I'm going to move the Kodiaks up on offense now. I think the other 2 died, but we're up on the hill.
Air level 1 research.
I'm just going to have that Marine going along and capping nodes.
Forge here.
I wanted that Forge Hog to shoot, and I think he even was looking at it with his gun, but
Back up.
I couldn't get him to aim at it. Eventually just gave up on trying to have him shoot from down the hill. Didn't matter, because the mini base is going to die pretty fast anyway.
Enemy structure destroyed.
Now my main concern is, does he have the expansion on the far end? Because if he does, I got to take care of that first.
All units.
And although this is one of the best defenders maps for me to get the early expo and hold it, which is great, but it is also a very defender heavy map for the other person, so it's going to make cracking through a lot harder. Luckily, because of how my opponent played it, that really wasn't an issue, but that was a concern I was having. It's like, how am I going to actually crack through this? Is it going to be... I was thinking I needed to keep the aggression on while I had a lot of units, because I have 99 pop right now. And I see he has this base going up. So I was happy to see it wasn't very developed. Honestly, right...
Local units.
Well, I was going to say right here, maybe I should have pushed the vultures up, but I don't think he actually moved his troops down to defend this base. So, I don't actually think I made a mistake here.
Constructed.
Right, and I want to get rid of these Flamers and Hornets, so I'm actually sending them up to his other mini,
Structure. Air level 2.
and I'm going to kind of just let them there and hope that he comes over. Because I want it to be twofold, right? I want to get rid of the troops, I want to kill his mini base. Oh, threefold, really. And I also want to draw his units over there so my vultures can come in.
All units.
And if he does, that'd be great.
Reinforcements level 2 research. Got some gear we could use here.
So I'm gonna try and fight and keep these guys alive, not because I want to keep them, but I'm just trying to get him to draw more forces over there than what he has currently.
Leader power ready.
They're not stopping, son.
Yeah, I got tier 3 air going up, 120 pop queued. Okay, yeah, and he had all his guys coming. I should have had the vultures in a little bit better position because I couldn't really punish it that much, because I think he's going to be getting back right around the same time. Yeah, go ahead and splitting up the production of units. I have like a unit out in front just to scout to see if he has anything watching for me, and he didn't, from what I could tell. And I realized something here. I realized, wait, he doesn't have a shield, so I just immediately all-unit Phoenix Missile. And I get the missiles off before the displacement happens. And I think he was trying to displace me into him. Honestly, even if he did, it wouldn't have been that much of a slaughter. Yeah, even Pelican's on me. And yeah, he just has a level 1 beam. He's not following me, so I'm going to be getting these guys out alive, and I'm basically planning, because I have 3 bases
All units.
to 1, and I have so much node control, so many mini bases.
Upgrade complete.
I'm planning soon here to just try and trade. Do I save that vulture? That would have been nice if I did. But yeah, I just want to get my population back up. I'm going to push up with my Kodiaks, I think.
All units.
I should. I'm pretty sure I do.
Supply pad constructed.
But yeah, I'm going to go in and just try and keep the aggression up with keeping that base down.
Air level 3. Researched.
If you can see it, I can shoot it.
Vulture ready.
Supply pad constructed.
Probably should have queued like another Nightling AR or something. Well, I have 4. I only used the Phoenix missile because that was a 2-star Ranger. Even so, I don't really know if I needed to do that just because my composition
Power node to the enemy.
isn't infantry.
Fortify level 1. Researched.
But it's whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna combat salvage, gonna go in for the big fight here. Because like I said, I want to trade. Trying to be selective on where I use my Phoenix missiles.
All units.
I have a Grizzly Battalion in the back pocket, but I don't have the supply to call it right now.
All units.
Yeah.
All units.
He actually got rid of most of my detect that I had there. I think I had my Nightling Gales out of position.
Calibrated.
Like they were, yeah, you can see they were just up there and out of the range. But once they got in, like, he didn't kill very much, and he had to use one of
We
his
paid a price, but won the
ultimate
day.
leader abilities, and that's pretty much the game. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it.